All right, y'all. This is going to be a VIP stream. Let me share the link in the Discord here, and we're gonna get into it. Let me put on the good old countdown screen and come into the TA channels. And just let everyone know that they'll be able to rewatch this. And I'll be posting the levels. All right, yeah, let me pop in here as well. Go to the Altcoin TA channel. Okay, cool. Let me pop in here and see if anyone's even in here. We got about 22 people in here. I'm not expecting as big of a house, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Just gonna wait for a few people to get in here. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Mahar. Love from Kuwait. That's pretty cool, Mahar, that you're in Kuwait and you're speaking Spanish. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Club 430 from Germany. Yeah. All right. Gonna wait for a few folks to come in here while we do the countdown. And while we're doing that, let me pop into the weekly live stream discussion room and see the coin that most people wanted me to do. A lot of people want XRP. So yeah, we'll do XRP. And a lot of people want Matic. DOT. Chainlink. XRP is definitely a winner. And then I think it's between Cardano and it's hard to tell. A lot of ICP, Hex. I think it's between Polkadot and Cardano. And SOL. We should do SOL. Everyone's freaking out about SOL right now. I'm SOL because I haven't been trading it. So I'm SOL on all those gains. What's up, Jan? Common from the Netherlands. Lil Crypto, what up, y'all? Nem, I don't know. I'm only going to have time to do 2 right now. So I'll start with XRP. And then you guys in the chat here, take a vote. What's up? Yo, Elon Musk, my good friend. Elon, shout out to you, bro. I love when you tweet. I'm a big fan of your Twitter. Yeah, I'm a big fan of your Twitter, my friend. So keep on tweeting, Elon Musk. Keep on tweeting it. Let's get a little bull juice going on in here. We need a little bull juice to in here. So, yeah, let's get into it, guys. Hey, did anybody take this 424 setup on Ethereum? This is a pretty nice trade so far. It escalated pretty quickly. The 424 ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. People hate on Market Cipher. You know why people, including myself at times, are TA snobs. TA snobs. A nice 2% move on 15x leverage. A nice 30% trade I made here. Just looking at good old Market Cipher, guys. Just looking at good old Market Cipher. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong sometimes. You don't have to be a TA snob. You don't have to be a TA snob. You could just do some good old 424. Take it easy. Set your alerts. Go out there. Be a farmer. I'm preaching to myself here, guys, because I am a TA snob. I spend hours pulling fibs, looking for levels, looking at volume, but sometimes just the simple good old money flows coming up, print the green dot in the 24-minute while the 4 hours printing the green dot. You get a little nice move out here. Okay. Okie doke. 51 people in the house. 52. Let's start with Ripple. Shall we? Let's go to our Ripple chart here. This is Ripple. Let us start on the monthly time frame, and we're just going to go through here and find all our levels. So on the monthly time frame for Ripple, we have these two levels here. We have very strong support coming down at about 70 cents, and then we have really strong resistance coming up at about $1.60 right here. Then we go to the weekly time frame and see our weekly levels. And let's see if we put in any new weeklies. Yes, we did. So we have a new weekly level right here. I'm going to go ahead and put the horizontal line. Okay, well, first of all, let's go in order. So we've got a weekly level at 1.567. We've got an older weekly level right here at about 1.41, and this is the weekly level that we got our awesome short off of, right? This is the last short that we took for XRP because we were coming up to that weekly level along with, you know, a 618. Literally, the 618 was the weekly, so that was a really juicy short. We just put a new weekly right here at 1.3099. 1.3099. That is because we had a weekly come up in the close here, and then the second weekly wicked all the way up to this weekly, and then the weekly candle officially closed. I'm sorry. The weekly I'm confusing myself. This is a potential weekly right here because the candle has not closed yet. So we need to keep in mind that this could be a weekly level of resistance because we had one candle that opened up down here, tried to wick up above that level and closed right at that level. And then the second candle opened here, came all the way up to this weekly and then got thrown down. So we still have 4 days left in the week. If this purple candle does not close above this line here at 1.3099, then that will be a new weekly. So here, we're going to go ahead and put this as potential weekly at 1.3099. 1.3099. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and move this into the weekly folder. Remember, it's a potential weekly. And then we still have this weekly here coming in at, let's redraw it, coming in at about, well, yeah, let's get the exact number right here. Coming in at exactly 1.2862. So we'll do that weekly, 1.2862. And so right now we can see that this weekly right here, we just fell right through it, right? We fell right through it, but it's a level to keep in mind if we come back up, okay? Just to keep in mind, especially if we find some confluence here. I would say that in general, I would prefer now to only keep this new weekly on the chart if it confirms, but until it confirms, this is our weekly level that I think, you know, we can still look to, especially if we find confluence there. And then underneath that, we have this weekly level, which we wicked directly down to, from these two candles here. This is just why it's so important to mark your levels on the chart, because they give you the market structure from which you can look for price to pivot. And so if we're doing, I mean, look at how perfect this is, guys. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. It blows me away, honestly, because it's just from weekly to weekly. Boom, boom, to the exact dollar. This is another weekly level, 0.9464. Going to move that into the weekly levels folder. Then we've got this support down here at 5821, 0.5821. We got another one at 0.4116. And then we have this last one here at 22 cents, 22.26 cents down here. And I'm not really going to bother doing any of the lower ones for now, y'all, because well, the price action just doesn't. Yeah, okay. So let's do the last low right here. No, that's not what I want. Hang on. Right here. There we go. So then we've got one last weekly at 14 cents. 0.1482. And we'll just move that into the weekly folder. Okay, now let's do our daily levels. Go to the daily time frame and zoom out. And you know, the most blatant thing right here is this massive bearish div on the daily. Kind of bearish, right? We had a high, we had a lower high, bearish div. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the dailies. Boom. And so these are still, a lot of them are still the same. We have, of course, this daily up here at $1.83.60, 1.836. Then we have this daily right here at 1.59. And of course, guys, we do have also a level here at 1.6555 from these candles, but we've tapped it twice and rejected from it twice. It's not a bad idea just to have it on our chart just for reference if we're looking for confluence. Older dailies and stuff like that, it's best to use them with confluence. If you see that there's a daily along with like a 618 or 786 or a high volume node or a naked point of control, it's just an added layer of confluence. But remember, you know, let's just put in here that this is like an older daily, just so that we remember that when I make these charts importable in your trading view. Then we just put in a new daily here yesterday, this daily at 1.3925. This is a next resistance, 0.3925. That's the next area of resistance. We still have this daily here at 1.879. But, you know, keep in mind, guys, we did not really... we fell right through that level there, and it's an older level too, right? We formed it, we got 2 shorts off of it, 3 shorts off of it, technically 4 shorts we could have gotten off of it, and then the next time we touch it, we just fall right through. I'd still keep it on the chart for reference, okay? But just also, you know, I'm gonna put old here too, just because it's not going to be as reactive. I shouldn't even say that, right? We've seen levels be reactive after touched many times. We'll just keep it daily. We've got this level right here. I'm not sure why I even marked this level right here at 1.17. Where did I... Was that was because of this price action over here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm actually going to... I'm going to move this daily level up a little bit, right to here. This is now 1.2907. And the reason I'm doing this is because we had that older daily level down here, but now we can see this level being more respected. And then this level here, I must have had it before we printed this new price action. I honestly would just I will remove this level here. I'm going to move it into a different folder. This one right here. Let me just do other dailies like I do for Bitcoin. Because it's still good to have these levels. How many times have we seen old levels be respected when we don't expect it? Like for Bitcoin, we had that weekly level at 45K, which was respected for so long. 1.1916, 1916. I'm going to put these into the other dailies chart here. What is this? Oh, right. This is our brand new daily, so this is an important one. Okay. We still have this daily back here. What in the... Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so this daily is still here as well. And let's put this as an untapped daily. And so is this. And so is... Okay, we already have that one there. So... We've got a daily at 7797.7797. We've got a daily at 0.7133. And we've got a daily at 0.5297. Okay, and these charts will be importable. I will post the levels after. So these are our dailies. These are the main ones I'm really looking at here. Because of this area of consolidation in here, I feel like, we can't really be looking for any of those levels for real support or resistance. But, it's still important just to have them on the chart for reference, right? For reference. Because especially if we're going to get a move to the upside, if we find confluence at those areas, we just want to be aware of them. Okay, so now let's look at volume here. Let's first analyze... Now I'm going to go ahead and draw a line right here. Let's analyze the price action from literally the time that we come above this orange line. Because really, we can look at this as one giant range. We can look at this as one giant range because of the fact that we had support here 1, 2, 3 times. And, we've been kind of trading what you could call a range, right? We come up to the high, we bounce off the point of control, we come down, we reject off the point of control, come down to the low, double bottom, come up above the point of control, retest the point of control. And so I'm just going to mark these levels out just for our own reference. I'll call this the bull market volume, right? So this is a value area high. This is a point of control right here. And this is our value area low right down here. And so because we can look at this as a range, the fact that we're finding support on the point of control is very significant. Okay, I'm going to name this folder bull market volume. And of course within here we have many high volume nodes and stuff like that. What is this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is definitely a very significant area, this point of control. So these are areas we need to be aware of on the chart. If we come down lower than this value area low, then I do think things get very bearish. But right now, as long as we're holding above this point of control, that's actually a bullish sign. Then we have other volume levels here. We were pulling basically our fixed range from the time that we... Here, let me go ahead and turn off this one. And this fixed range here is really from the time that we lost this this level right here to the current present. We need to really re-update this. Just see if anything has changed here. So our point of control is still the same. Our value area high has shifted up slightly. So let's move this up slightly here. Our value area low has shifted down slightly. So we're going to move this down. And so these are other important areas to be aware of, and I'm going to get into more later why. But yes, I'm pulling it from the time that we lost this line right here at around $1.26, and just kind of analyzing this cup and handle thing here that kind of happened. Also, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a new volume folder as well, because I want to keep the local volume and the more macro volumes separate. So that's the value area high, point of control, the value area low. What's this? Okay. Yeah, I am going to make a new folder for these. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to make a new folder. Sorry about that. Let's see now. Again, let's take just this volume up here. That is our Elon Musk range, right? So we still have that same Elon point of control up here, a very significant level. Okay, I'm just going to keep that on the chart. Remove that brush. Just to make sure that's the same there. And then we have this range, this smaller range, which I'm going to zoom in, and we're just going to see if anything's kind of changed. So for this range now, I'm basically, we're looking from this low, or basically putting a line right here and just treating this now as a range. And so now we actually have more confluence telling us this actually could just trade as a range for a while, because we come to the low of the range, to the high of the range, back down to the low of the range, and now we're kind of trading under that point of control. So let's just pull this to make sure that it's up to date as much as possible. I might have pulled it last night, so yeah, I pulled it last night. Okay, so we just need to know that this is our local point of control right here. Local point of control, and a local value area low. So honestly, as far as the ranges go, things are, supports are holding pretty well. Supports are holding pretty well. If we lock this and then turn it back on, we can see that we're above the macro point of control. We're above the value area low of this range, and also the value area high of the lower range. So things are not looking overly bearish in that way. Our next major area of resistance volume-wise is about $1.57 right up here at the Elon Musk range. And now, let us take a look at our naked point of controls to see if we have any good naked point of controls coming in here. Drag these into the volume folder. Come over to XO charts and go to naked daily point of controls. Go to XR Pizzle, and let's just kind of see what we got. Okay, we don't really have any above us. We have none above us. We have the one we have below us is coming in at about 89.6 cents. 89.6 cents. So let's put on actually our folder of naked daily point of controls. These are no longer naked. These are no longer naked. These are clothed. And so now these are just basically high volume nodes, which are still important to be aware of, right? They're high volume nodes. Still important to be aware of, but they are not naked daily point of controls anymore. So high volume node there. and even this one is no longer a negative point control because price has touched it, right? When price touches a line, it then becomes a high volume node, and we pretty much did get a bounce right off of this daily negative point control / weekly level. Pretty amazing. It really is pretty amazing. Let me hang on one second, guys. Something really weird is happening in my house. Hang on one second here. Hang on. Alright, y'all, I have no idea what just happened, but I just heard the weirdest noise. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it was weird. Did you guys hear that? Yeah. Yeah. What a weird thing. What a weird thing. Okay, so, yeah, this is high volume nodes that are old naked daily point of controls, just to keep them in our mind for now. HVNSs. And so really, the only real naked daily point of controls we have right now are 89 cents 0.6 and then 83 cents 0.5. Yeah, so we don't really have too much. We don't really have too much below us. So now let's pull out some fibs and just see, where that confluence is coming in. So obviously we have our fib from this high down to this low. And, what do you know? We get a rejection directly off the 618. So it's also just important to realize that we've got this 786 up here, which gives us confluence with the daily level. We've got a daily level and a 786 coming in right at the same spot at 1.66. Were we looking to short from there last time? I know I was looking for a higher short. Let me see. Where were we looking for a short? I guess, yeah, from right up there. From right around that general area. 1.57 and above. I guess the reason for that was because we had so many daily levels. Yeah. So basically, this would be a good, still on the table for me as a short. If we come up into this general area above this white line right here, anywhere into this blue box, I'd really be looking to short it. The juiciest short in my mind would be the 786, which is also a daily level from $1.66. That is the juiciest one in my opinion because we have the most confluence there. Let's pull out some other fibs here. Okay. Okay. So I also think it would behoove us just to be aware of the fact that although we rejected off this 618, we could still come up and reject off of this 786.65 area. All right, just something to be aware of there. Okay. All right. Now let's pull some fibs from the low to the high, just to gather some nice areas of support. So wow, this is a nice support we found there at the 382. It's interesting that the two 382s line up pretty perfectly. So I'm going to pull it from the low to the high, and then I'm going to remove the 382, and then I'm going to pull a fib from this next low down here to the high. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at that. Wow. So talk about confluence, right? We bounced perfectly off a 0.65 / weekly / naked daily point of control. I mean, that is just amazing right there. That is amazing, is it not? So we've got that golden pocket down here, which is still our weekly. This is so this is still, in my opinion, a key support right here. This is still a key support. I would say that this is a key support down here because it is a golden pocket and a 786. So we'll just make this one HVN, weekly, and golden pocket. This one right here is a 786 and a 618. And do we have anything else? Let's see. I'm just curious to see if we have any untouched fib levels below us. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this area right here at this is two 618s together. I know we already touched that level on the way down, but this is a very key area of support down here. This is a very key area of support. Yeah, that's very interesting that we have two 618s coming in at the same exact point. As far as resistances above us goes, I think it's important to pull our fib from the high to the low here, and we have this golden pocket and this 0.5 fib right here. So this is key fib resistance right there, and then let's see what happens if we put on our 382. Okay, we're already above it. Yeah, I would say that this area right here is key resistance. Do we have any other levels here? Not that I see. Nope. Let's see if we have any. Wow, we do. Okay. So this is also a high volume node up here. That's also a high volume node at $1.2357. Let's just see real quick if there's anything else there. So we have a local value area high around that area too. So this is a very key area of resistance right here. And then this is a very key area of support down here. And this is still an area of support that I would look to simply because this wick was so wicky that I don't really trust it too much. And another way we could look at that support is, if we do put on a different fib level like a 0.66, like Daniel from Chart Champions uses, and a lot of people use, what could happen here is we could come back down to this support, get the chickens drinking water, take out this low wick, and just bounce off, get the swing failure where the chickens drink water here. Just something to keep in mind, guys. So I'm just marking out key areas that I feel are good support and resistances. Again, we take our fib from here down to here, and we do have, yeah, I think this is something also to be noted, that we have a key resistance up here. Okay, it's a golden pocket and a 786. Do we have anything else there? Let's check real quick. No. Okay, yeah, well, we have that weekly there. No, I don't see anything else there. And then, of course, this is a 786 and a daily. And honestly, that would be a really juicy short for me. We'll have to really pay attention as we get up there. The reason for that is because, and let me turn off these fibs for a second, because these are just slopping up the chart. I'll make a folder called Fibs from September 8th. You guys probably noticed I posted charts the other day and I said they were from August 7th when it was actually September 6th. So, you could tell how much I look at the calendar, guys. I mean, really, this last year has felt like one long week to me. Key levels. Yeah, so as we come up to this area up here, this key level here, it's important that we understand that there's a lot of different areas from here that we could potentially reject from. So, I have the short set up from this area here. And I don't know why it says from 1.16. I think it meant to say 1.61. But we have just so much up there, right? We have our daily level coming in a little bit lower right here, and then we have another daily level coming in here. And we also have to be aware of the fact that because of this wick right up here, we could come up all the way up above here and swing failure, chickens drink water. But I would have to say that, for me right now, the juiciest area would in fact be from this $1.6595. If we're going to reject, I think that would be the most clear level of resistance, or this daily down here. So we're going to have to take it a step at a time, really. And let me just mark this in here that this is a daily. 1.5967, 0.5967, and just be aware. Just be aware that we have this box of resistance up here. Okay, we have that box of resistance just to be aware of. Just to be aware of. And we'll put this wick here too, right? We've got the wick. And remember, guys, if we do swing failure, if the chickens drink, it means we come up above. It means we get one massive pump like this. Whoa, huge breakout. And while we're printing the huge breakout, we're printing the massive bearish div. That's how you know the chickens are going to drink, guys. So these are the key levels I'm really looking at for XR Pizzle. Yeah, so the short still remains. The short still remains, that the one that I've been really looking to take. it still remains in the books here for me, because I think, you know, if we do make it back up there, that's a good place to reject from. That really is a good place to reject from. I would just say now that I would more likely want to short from here, okay, from the daily /786 fib. So now the way I would approach this is we come up into this box, you know, and reject off that 786 while we are also printing. Ideally, it would be really nice to print bearish divergence on the 4-hour. That would be just, I mean, that would be so juicy, guys. So dang juicy. But we have to remember that the box is, you know, so we're shorting 1.157 to basically the range 1.69. So it's a huge range, okay? Area, okay? Bearish divs need to be forming. I would really say I would prefer them to be forming at least on the 1-hour and down, preferably 3-hour and down. And we want to see for sure the 1 to 4 topping out, and divs on lower time frames. Now here's the thing. It's very important that if we are, here, let me move this into here. It's important that if we're going to look to take this short, that we are, it might be hard because there's so much room here, unless we're really looking at the lower time frames. Like, you know, for the perfect entry, we would have to see divergence on the 3-hour, the 2-hour, the 1-hour, the 24-minute, the 12-minute, the 6-minute, and then you'd enter on like the 6-minute, right? That one last pump on the 6-minute that just goes woo, and then, you know, we get the divergence, boom. That's when you would really want to enter. But, well, you know, it's also important just to be aware that if you see the divergences, you can be pretty confident that we're going to come down. And if you're using good risk management, you can just enter a lower leveraged position up here, right? Like even if we come up here, you know, if you're using low leverage, you could just have limit orders set as you see the divergences forming. Low leverage limit order set, only risking, you know, 1 to 2% of your account, because it would be a really nice short, and that way, you know, even if you get stopped, you don't even have to use a stop loss if you're risking 1% of your account. Of course, the lower leverage, the fewer contracts you can put on the trade, right? Because you can, if you have $1,000, you can take $10, 50x leverage if you have the perfect entry and make a killing. But if you have $1,000 and you're using, you know, 2x leverage, well, you know, then you can only put $20 on the trade instead of if you're using 50x leverage, that's $500 on the trade. So, you know, you have to find a happy medium of leverage where you know that, you know, if we come above this area, your trade is totally invalidated. So if you're looking at things happen and you don't get the most perfect entry, you know, calculate, okay, where's my liquidation price going to be? Make sure your liquidation price is higher than the box. And, you know, of course, this is taking for granted that we see the divergences forming. Okay, it's taking for granted that we see the divergences forming. But, yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with using lower leverage if you're scared because we have such a wide range here. If you're 50x leveraging and you short from right here and we get one last whoo, you know, that's gonna liquidate you. So it's gonna take a little bit more strategizing, and finding the perfect entry can be a little bit more difficult because we don't have such a clear-cut level like we did for this last trade here, right? We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it as we come up to it. The way we'll know whether to start shorting from right here or to start shorting from up here will really be based on what we see on Market Cipher. So if we see the bearish divs forming on like the 1 hour as we're touching this area, but the 12-minute and the 24-minute still don't have divergences, then we know we can wait it out just a little bit more because we're probably going to get those last stop-loss hunt pump things. But if we see the divergences across all time frames as we come up to this lower level of the box, then we can know to short there. So that's kind of where I'm thinking with that. And then as far as the long goes, and again, guys, these are swing trades, right? Preferably swing trades. I like to treat every trade kind of scalpy until I'm assured that we're gonna lock in the profits. Let me actually just quickly see if there's any more confluence up in that area. It's going to be a tough one, guys. I don't know if this is kosher. Okay. Okay. This is actually pretty nice. So a trend-based fib extension. This is a super sloppy trend of our low and our high, and then assuming we retrace down to here and then continue with the uptrend. We do have that 786 fib extension coming in literally right where the 786 fib retracement comes. That's actually some pretty nice confluence there. You guys see what I did there? I pulled the fib retracement, trend-based fib extension from this low down here to this high up here and then down to this low down here. Okay, so just following this orange line. And then we do have a nice fib confluence up here in that area. So yeah, the best entry, the most confluence entry would be literally right from about 1.66-ish. But that whole white box is something that we need to keep in mind. Okay, let me remove that. Okay, so the long. The long is coming in, and the juiciest long that I can see right now is for sure down here at this 786, 618. It's a double 618, right? 618, 618. What is going on? Six one eight. Okay. How's the Ethereum long going, everybody? How's the Ethereum? That's why we lock in profits, right? This is why we lock in profits. But look at that though. We just literally to the 0.5 fib to the dollar. But that is the one downside to these types of momentum trades, which is, we're not always going to be able to find the best entry in case of a retracement, and after we lock in profits, we get stopped out in profit. But hey, I'd rather get stopped out in profit than be in a loss. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take that money, especially if we're lazy trading. 424. Let's be honest, it is kind of lazy trading, right? It is kind of lazy trading. Speaking of stop losses, let me make sure mine is in profit here. I don't even think I have a stop loss for this trade yet, but I did take profits. So let me just put the stop at my entry here. What is my entry? 3, 4. Hang on, that's Bitcoin. My entry is 34.16. I'll put it at 34.10. 34.12. I'll give myself $4 of space there. Sometimes you just got to give yourself a little bit of space. You know what I'm saying? So we'll come back to XR Pizzle. This area, this is just such a key area. Yeah. Basically, what I would want to see for this long is... Do I already have a long from here? No. No, I don't. I'm going to erase this long. I already have a long from there, guys. Yeah, I already have a long from there. So, this long is still the same. This long is still the same. We want to see the bullish divergences, preferably on the 1 hour and down. We want to see higher time. Yeah, this is what we want to see. We want to see the higher time frames bottoming out very clearly. We want to see bullish divergence, preferably on the 1 hour and down. Yeah, this is still the same. Okay, so these are the two main trade setups for Ripple. And yeah, we did all this analysis just to figure out that the same trade setups we were looking at before are still the good trade setups. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this chart right here. I'll make a copy of this chart. Let me just save it here, my working Ripple chart. And I am going to go ahead and make a copy of this and share it into Discord. Today's 9/8. Hey, today is James Keeney's birthday. James Keeney, my childhood friend. If James Keeney, if you happen to be listening to this, man, well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Man. Okay. Sharing on. Save it. And I'm going to go ahead and share this in the Discord right now. Trading levels. All right, so let's pop in the Chiznat here. Okay, Sol, FTM, AXS, Solano. Yeah, the rebound does look weak, YouTube channel. So keep in mind, guys, because the rebound looks so weak, this really could give us a perfect long setup. Picture this. Picture this. We get a weak bounce, and then we get a bullish div on the 4-hour as we come down to here. Boom. That would be such a great setup. A lot of times after a dump, the bottom is not the bottom, right? The bottom is simply just an anchor wave. And the trigger wave is what's going to get us rolling, right? Like what happened right here. But at the same time, sometimes weak bounces end up strong, right? Like look at what happens previously here. It looks like a really weak bounce at first. After we dump down, it looks like a really weak bounce, but then we just come up. And again, you know, you could say that, or we do something like this, where this is not the bottom, and we curve down, and we don't even print a bullish div, right? We just come down like this. If we do that, and we get a big old dot, like a BitBoy dot, that's also a good kind of long entry. Just in case that happens, you know, before we do SOL, let's just take a look and see what else is below us here. We have the naked point of controls coming in. There's also the naked point of control at our key support right there. That's such a good trade setup, guys. That is such a good long. I would honestly be surprised if we come down lower than this key level down here without some kind of a bounce. But if we do come down lower than there, then we'll be looking lower for Confluence. But as for me right now, I think I'm good with these two potential setups for right now. Okay, let's do SOL. I'm gonna go ahead and do SOL. These are the levels here. Whoa, I do want to save my changes. This is XR Pizzle, Bitcoin. One of these days, guys, I'm going to do a giveaway. I am going to do a giveaway one of these days when I get 750 likes. Good old Exo charts. Good old JasonCasperTrading.com. And okay, yeah, let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to create a new layout for SOL. Just so everyone knows, I've literally never looked at SOL before. Solano. I've never looked at this. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the project. I'm a very apathetic cryptocurrency enthusiast, guys, because I'm 100% in this for the money. 100% in this for the money. I don't care about the technology of blockchain. I know that this technology is going to be used for the enslavement and abuse of mankind eventually. So I'm not out there believing in the cryptocurrency gospel. I'm simply just trying to trade and make some money. So what is SOL? You know, I don't really know, but we're going to do some analysis on it and see if we can't make some good money. Let's see, crypto. Let's see on Bybit. Okay, wow, well, here we go. Well, the first thing we need to do when doing technical analysis is we need to go to settings, go to color theme and turn on Jason Casper Dark. This is the nice theme. There are some other themes. This one, I toyed around with it. You know, I used to use blue and red candles when I was trading before, but, you know, that red, you know, when you see that red, it just boom, 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 right? You know, I tried all black candles on white, kind of hard on the eyes. I tried, you know, all green candles on black, right? We're just making money no matter what. No matter what happens, we're in an uptrend, right? Nah, didn't really like that either. So finally settled on the nice purple and blue. This is what I like. All right, so here we are, Solano, SOL. And let's start on the monthly. Do we have any monthly levels of support or resistance? Not on Bybit, guys. Let's go to the Binance, and just to see if we have any levels of importance here. Not really. All right, we'll go back to the Bybit. Now let's go to the weekly time frame. Do we have any weekly levels? Well, yes, we do. We have weekly support coming in right about here. Okay. Weekly. And that's about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a folder called weekly. And now let's go to the daily levels. Do we have any dailies? Well, it's possible that we are about to put in a new daily level right here of resistance, okay? This is a potential daily. It's not a daily yet. If this purple candle closes blue, it's no longer a daily, so we need to keep that in mind. So, whoopsie, okay. So, you know, it could close blue. It looks like it very well might. So, potential daily at $1.73.645. Then we do have this daily here, which we did tap twice, but it's still, we'll just keep it in mind. We have this daily, which is technically untapped. We have this daily, which is also untapped. We have, what is going on, man? I'm flopping and groping over here with the levels, guys. You ever flop and grope with your levels? We've got this daily, which is tapped. Let's see if we have any more untapped dailies. Well, we do, right down here. Okay, so these are the dailies at 139.175, 139.175. Whoop, that's probably not going to be a daily, but wait, we still have 6 hours left, so we'll have to wait and see. This is a daily at 108.320. 108.320. This is a daily down here at 93.230. I'm sorry, 94.230. 94.230. And then we have $70.570. $70.570. Then we have $43.375. 43.375. Okay, so this, this is a super potential daily. This daily has been tapped. This daily is untapped. So I'm going to go ahead and put a $sign next to it just so we remember it's untapped. Sometimes I put $signs next to levels that I think are more important. Okay. Okay. And let's see what else. Untapped, untapped. So yes, we're in a very strong uptrend. Nobody would deny. This is a very small uptrend with very small pullbacks. This is also an untapped daily down here. So let me put these in a folder called dailies. And I know this probably seems so dumb for those of you who've been trading SOL for a while, and you're like, what the heck, Jay? Like, we're looking at 20, why are we even contemplating $26? Well, I've never looked at this before, so I want to get some good market structure here if I'm going to start trading this coin. Man, should I FOMO long right now? Sheesh. I probably should, right? Historically speaking, FOMOing long on Solana is not a bad idea. It's definitely not. Of course, this is not financial advice. Let me even see what Market Cipher is doing right now. Red dot in the daily. Green dot in the 4 hour. How's the 24 minute looking? Red dot coming soon. But money flow crossing up. So honestly, I think we can probably get a nice pump on here pretty soon. If this thing cools off a tad, let's go down to the 12 minute. 12 minute. Honestly, I wouldn't even be shy about entering on a 12 minute dot here. Look at this money flow. 4 hour green dot, money flow crossing up on the 12 minute. Not a bad move. Let me think here. I think possibly I would want to wait for things to cool off. Maybe wait for the 24 minute just to red dot and consolidate. But okay, now we know what Market Cipher is doing. We've got our dailies, we've got our weeklies, we got our non-monthlies. And now what we should do is just look at some volume, guys. Let's just look at some volume. Let's zoom out here. And let's just make sure everyone's still here in the chat here. What do I mean by tapped and untapped? Tapped and untapped is means if prices come to the level after the level printed, that's tapped. So back down to tap that level, then we would call that it's been tapped. So this level right here, this daily level, is also untapped because price has to come back down and touch that level. That is what I mean by tapped and untapped. This daily level is tapped because we put it in right here, and then later, a few days later, we came back down. Actually, the very next day, we came down and tapped that level, and then 2 days later, we came down and tapped that level. So that's what I mean by tapped and untapped. Okay. Let's look at some volume here. Let's zoom on out, and really what I'm going to do is I am going to just pull fixed ranges from. Well, first, actually, let's put on our VPVR indicator, our visible range indicator. And what in the heck? Oh, it's because it's a new chart, right? Right. Okay. Man, oh, sheesh. This is horrible. This is horrible, guys. I apologize. Man, this, talk about the worst day of my life. Oh wait, no, this is I want it to be white and gray, because that's how I like it, white and gray, and then I will make this one blue and purple. And who in the world would want a thick red line as their point of control? Wouldn't you much rather have a nice thin white line? So much cleaner, right? So much cleaner. Let's save this as default, everybody. All right, so let's just mark out some important levels here. We do have our global value area, high coming in at about 158.925. So let's just global value area high. 158.925. And then we have our global POC coming right in at about 71.905. 71.905. And then we got our val down here. I'm not even going to put the val, honestly. Let's just put this as global volume. And you know, guys, because SOL is pumping right now, when it dumps, we are going to be able to enter the juiciest longs, okay? Honestly, right? Nobody ever thinks it's going to dump. People are like, it's never going to come down. It'll come down. It'll come down, guys. It will come down. And when it does, we're going to be here waiting. We'll be here waiting. It sounds so romantic. Solano, I understand. You take your time. You take your time. You go out there. You leave me, okay? I'll be here waiting for you. You know, I'll be here waiting. It's okay. I'll be right here when you get back. And on that note, I'm going to start pulling some other fixed ranges here, because I think it's important to, just from this low to the high, that's probably going to be pretty much the same as our global value. Yeah. Okay, and then let's just see from this time where we came down here in August. Okay, now we've got some more important levels here. I would say this is a point of control of interest here. I'm going to just point of control at 142.110, 142.110. And then we've got a value area low coming in right here at about 103.435, 103.435. And we have our global value area high coming in at about 1786. I'll put it, hang on, let me zoom in. Right here at 177,900. Oh, I've got my magnet tool, that's why. 177.975, let's just put that at. And this is our value area high. Okay, zoom on out now. Okay, these are some more important levels here, guys. We can see now we're finding resistance at the value area high. We can see, you know, the point of control is acting as some nice support. The value area low acting as some nice support. Now we're starting to get a little bit more market structure. And if we turn back on maybe the dailies to see if there's any confluence, well, what'd you know? Put me on a tractor and name me Aunt Sally. But each one of these areas kind of, it has some nice confluence with a daily level. And so now, you know, we really are starting to find those areas. So if price ever comes down to here, oh crap, it did yesterday and we missed it. Okay, well, if price ever comes down to here, okay, then we have a good opportunity, all right? But we're not done yet, guys. We're not done yet, because there's still more things that we need to analyze. So let us make another folder here called volume. This is more local volume. And well, when I say we missed it, I mean I missed it. I know everyone. I see you guys. You know, I come into the altcoin chat once in a while, and I look. I don't say anything because I ain't got nothing to say, guys. You know, I'm not much of an altcoin trader, but I see you guys in here. I see you, the Toast Father. I see you, White Phoenix. I see you, Mr. Take Notes, and say my name. I see you guys in here. Look at White Phoenix, short and SOL. You know, look at this. I see you guys in here. I see you guys using my emoji in here, David Top 93. But I don't have much to say. So you guys probably caught the long and all that, but I did not. Okay, I did not. Yeah, and let's see. Do you guys post anything good in the advanced channel here? Shout out to Afix. Shout out to One Day Closer from August. And looks like not many people posted in here. But Toast Father, I know you've been trading SOL and you've been killing it. So let's see what else we got going on right now. So coming back to the 24-minute, no red dot yet. The 18-minute, no red dot yet. If we're gonna do a 424, I'd want to wait for these. I would want to wait a little bit. That's just me, guys. Or low leverage it. But I don't know. I wouldn't do anything. Don't listen to me. I don't know. I've never traded SOL before. Never. So, I'm just thinking out loud, guys. I got to be careful what I say on these streams because I forget some people actually like listen to me and like take me too serious. But What is serious is if we're still printing the 4-hour green dot and we do something like this as money flow comes up on the 24-minute, that could make a good momentum trade entry. That is serious. Let us now... We did our volume, we did our dailies and our weeklies. Let's take a look at some naked point of controls. Can we even get naked point of controls on exocharts for SOL? Looks like we cannot yet. So what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to put on the daily time frame, and we are going to use our good friend session volume. Good old session volume HD. Of course, we only want to use the high definition one. Why would we use anything else? And we are going to now look for naked point of controls. Let's see if we can find any good ones. Well, this is no longer naked. That's weird. It just jumped up there. This is not naked. Potentially, this could be a naked point of control. This is not naked. This is not naked. We have a naked point of control down here. And a naked point of control down here. And a naked point of control down here. And we've got, that was, what, am I doing this wrong? Because, okay, there we go. We've got one down here as well. These are our daily naked point of controls. Actually, it looks like there's one here that was untapped. So we've got this one above us. And, why do they move when I zoom in? I don't get that. Yeah. Let me just make sure they're right here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is correct. So, 183.785, 183.785. 161,690, 161 point. And we've got 115,955, 115,955, 100,465. And we've got 82,195. And we've got 45,350. Okay, these are our naked point of controls for the daily. Let's go ahead and just NDPOC. I'm only going to do the daily ones, honestly, guys, because there's really no reason to do higher. We don't have much price action. So let's see, do we have any confluence? Well, yeah, we do. The value area low and this naked daily point of control right here. The value area high and this naked daily point of control up here. We have some confluence there. How about daily levels? Not really. Not really, except for down here. Except for way down here. We've got a daily level and a daily naked point of control. Any weeklies? No. Okay, so now let's just pull out some fibonators, some fibulation action going on. Hopefully it's not ventricular fibrillation. That would actually kill you. So we've got some stuff coming in here. We're going to pull out a few fibs. One from down here to the all-time high, and one from that other low to the all-time high. Just trying to find some confluence here, guys. And really, do I see much? Well, the short answer is no. But the long answer is yes. The long answer is yes. What a nice trade that I missed, though. You know, just to be frank, to use that old white person term. I'm going to be frank with you guys. We had some really nice confluence coming in at this 786,382, with also a not a daily level, but also what did we have? I thought we had some more confluence down there. I thought we had a little bit more confluence there. Maybe I was wrong. But yeah, we have some really nice fib confluence right there. Let me come into a lower time frame just to better see the swing lows and swing highs, and I'm going to start over with these fibs. Okay. Yeah, now we can see a little bit more clearly our swing lows and swing highs. So obviously, I think it would behoove us to pull one from this swing low to this swing high. It would also be good for us to pull one from this all-time low here to the high. And maybe we didn't bounce off that 382. It's kind of hard to see. Let me put on my 0 and 1 lines. Okay, yeah, maybe we didn't actually bounce off that 382 there. Okay, so this here is a very key level. This is a 618 and a 786. So 618, 786 at 88,180. 88.180. How's the Ethereum trade doing here, guys? Not too bad, honestly. I mean, yeah, we've got a red dot, which honestly does mean, guys. By the way, if you're doing the 424 strategy, it doesn't hurt to close the trade out when we print that first red dot and then get back in when we print a green dot. Just being honest. Actually, here's what I've been kind of doing lately. Shout out to my friend Chris, who's been working on something, a project, using this strategy. But we kind of discovered that when it comes to the 4-hour 24 strategy, you can enter on the green dots and then close on the red dots, but you can re-enter on a green dot as long as the money flow is still coming up. So let's say this is the situation, and we print a red dot, and then we print a green dot, and then we print a red dot, and then we print a green dot. Hang on, let me better illustrate this real quick. Okay, so let's say that this is our money flow, and money flow comes up and then starts to come down. Okay, so we print our red dot here, and then we print a green dot right here, then we print a red dot right here, and then we print a green dot right here. You would re-enter the trade on this green dot because money flow is still higher than it was. But as soon as you see that money flow has come down, you would not enter on that next green dot. Hope that makes sense. So not saying you have to trade it this way. Like, you could just leave the position open and close it out once money flow starts coming down. That's probably better to do it. The money flow coming down will also kind of tell you when you should probably close out the trade. So if money flow is coming up and I entered on this green dot and we're printing red dots and green dots and red dots and green dots, okay, as soon as I see that I can draw a line at the top and then the money flow is starting to come down, I would just exit the trade and say, all right, I took some good profits on this trade. I'm going to now sit it out. Just a little tidbit, golden tidbit, for y'all. And I do have to go to the bank before they close today. And they close in an hour. So I'm going to have to finish this up real quick. So sorry for getting sidetracked. Okay, so this is a key level right here. I already pulled this fib. This is a key level right here, I would say. This level right here is a 618 and a 0.65 at 112.05. And then let's pull our fib from here and see, do we have any more confluence? Oh, wow. So this is a really nice level. It's a 618, a 0.65, and a 786. That's a nice level, guys. If we make our way down to that level, that's super nice. Another super nice level is this golden pocket right here. This is a 618 and a 382. 618382. And it's a chicken's drinking water wick. What I mean by that is we have this wick right here that just missed it, right? We just missed it yesterday. And so if we come back down, take the liquidity from down here, if there is any, you know, we get a nice bounce out of there. What is this thing? Hang on. Now I lost my fibs, guys. You ever lose your fib? You ever lose your dang fib? I've lost my fib. It's not a good feeling to lose your fib. Okay. Okay, so we've got some key levels. We've got some key macro levels. All right. Now let's just look at some local levels. Okay, from the swing high to the swing low. Where do we have our next resistance coming in? Wow. We are currently up against a golden pocket resistance right now. So it's a good thing I didn't FOMO long, right? That's why you got to do your analysis first. Well, we're above it and we've retested it. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. Then we have also no dailies. Okay. Let's now pull a low to the high. Yeah, well, look at that. We did miss it. We could have such a good opportunity here to take a long off of this golden pocket with a bullish div on the 1 hour, but missed that, of course. Let's go back to a higher time frame. Okay, so I mean, we do have these types of fib targets here, right? So I would just mark this as a fib level, mark this as the 1.618 fib. Make it Blanco 213.535, 213.535, 1.272. And then we have the 1.618. Which is 235.585, 235.585, 1.618 fib. These are resistances to keep in mind above us. And yeah, this is just a strong uptrend. It would be nice, as we're looking at this 4 hour, as we see the money flow starting to come down, if we do something like this and we come up and pump into this area and get a short from there. Okay, this is speculative, right, guys? Because we don't really have much history to take a short here. But, you know, I would look for it. I would look for a short from here. And I would also look for a short from the 1.618. And probably not anything serious. Probably not anything too serious. If we actually do get that trade, I would take profit one at I would take profit quick. I would I would look to just scalp this thing and take my profit down here at 196. I would look to, well, it depends on what all the alts are doing too, right? But let's say short the 1.272 fib at 213.53, and we want to see bearish div 4 hour. We want to see 1 hour. Well, yeah, basically bearish div on the 4 hour and down. We want to see, you know, basically bearish divs across all time frames. And we want to take profit early. So TP1 would be, I would TP1 like right here at 205.25, 205.25, and then I would TP2 at 196.18, 196.18. And then, honestly, if it keeps going, we would take profits at these fib levels. So next would be 182.59, 182.59, and then TP4 would be the golden pocket, 173.790, 173.790. And then just let it ride. Okay. And then, of course, why would we not want to short the 1.618 as well? You know, why would we not want to short the 1.618 as well? Looks like we might not even get our green dot here. Oh, yep, look at this, 12 minutes front running. 12 minute is front running. Looks, I mean, honestly, guys, it does look kind of bullish, right? We have a 4 hour green dot. We've got the momentum coming up, money flow crossing over on these lower time frames. Doesn't look too bearish to me. Yeah, this does not look bearish to me at all. I'm not going to enter a trade here. I'm just telling you guys, it doesn't look too bearish to me. Oh crap. Okay, so these are key levels. Let me make a folder called key levels. We also could potentially look to short that 1.618, right? The 1.618. Just trying to see how all my trades are doing right now. Yeah, short the 1.618 fib. It's basically the exact same setup as the other trade, but in this case, because it's higher, we would let's duplicate this text, move it up here, and go back to a higher time frame just to look at it. Go to the 4 hour. Because it's higher, we would want to see, now the divergences, I would want to see them on higher time frames. I would want to see the divergence on maybe the 6 hour and down. Look at how thick the money flow is, guys. These shorts are highly speculative, right? If we don't see our confirmations, we're not gonna enter these shorts. But we're just making a plan in the event that something crazy happens, right? So what we would do is, yeah, basically short the 1.618, 618 at the 235.585, 235.585. Yeah, I would still want to see the bearish divs on the 4 hour and down. And in this case, TP1, I would TP1 at like 225. I would TP2 at 213. I would TP3 yeah, I would shoot for 196. Let's just TP3 at 200. And then Yeah, let's see. If we're going down that low, might as well shoot for like this kind of area right here, 166. Nah, we'll keep it at 173, and then just let it ride. Honestly, this is how I would do it. Of course, I would lock it in first. These are the two short levels that I would take. Very highly speculative because they're just fib targets. There's no confluence here. Money flow's getting thick. They're just areas to be aware of as we come up, right? Short from 1.618 and lock it and load it. Got one in the barrel, ready to go. And then of course, let's come in a little bit lower here. What's yeah, you know, I don't think that we're going to come down anytime soon here because of the thick money flow and the green dot. But just levels to be aware of if we do come lower. You know, be aware of local supports. If we put in a top and start to come down, pull the fib. Right? Let's say we put in a top somewhere up here, right? And we come in and we put in a higher high and then we start to come down. You know, just be aware of these areas for longs. I don't know really. The only swing long trade that I would look to enter right now on Solano would be from here. This would be a swing long I would look for. I think it's possible we missed it, right? And we didn't even get to that level. And then, of course, this is also a very, very juicy level down here. This is a very... We have a lot of juicy level. Basically, any one of these supports are juicy. They're juicy. So this one, you know, we're looking for price to come down here. Let's come to the 1 hour really. The only way that we would want to, you know, it is hard to say. Because I haven't traded Solano at all, I'm not familiar with how the price and the market kind of breathes here. But okay, let's contemplate this for a second here. Let's just contemplate this for a second. If we are forming some kind of thing like this, okay, just hypothetically, might be grasping at straws here, guys. You know, I might not be. We'll have to see how this happens. But let's say we are doing something like this. In that case, this would be really juicy. We have so much fib confluence down here. I would really like to take this long. Okay, I would like to take it. So let's say price rejects off of here, and we come down, and we come up, and then we break down. We come down here. It would be really nice, you know. I mean, this is highly speculative, guys, but if this happens, okay, if this happens, and then we could long from down here. I would like to long from here. Long from 112.305, 112.305. We want to see 1 to 4 hour bottoming out. We want to see bullish divs on lower time frames for the perfect entry, and then really the TP1 for me would be up here at 130. I'm looking at this as a swing trade. TP2 would then be this level right here at 150. And then, yeah, what the heck, TP3 we have 150. Might as well just yeah, might as well just shoot for 180. And let it ride. And, you know, be aware, too, guys, of these other supports. This could make for a good trade, too, especially if we take out this wick here. Long from 112. And then, you know, also long from right here. Chickens drinking water. Yeah. Come down. Lose the level. Bullish divergences come up. That could be nice too. Chickens drinking. Long from 131. So we just want to see, you know, bullish divs as we lose the level. I would like to see on the 12-minute and down. On lower time frame, 12-minute and down. As we lose the level and get a fast wick up. Usually, you know, you have to market into these types of things. And let's see. So TP1 for me would be the daily. 139. TP2 would be this level right here, 150. And then, let's see, do we have any kind of, let's see if we have any. 150, TP3 would be 160. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's good for now. Long from 131. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post this in the, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make this shareable. Turn sharing on. And then make a copy of it. And post it in the, what? This didn't work. Post it in the Discord here. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to head out. I have to head out to the bank, but God bless you guys. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.